We do have some breaking news coming into our Live Now from Fox studio as we are hearing from President Trump after he finished his phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Karoline Leavitt, the press secretary for the White House, just issuing this statement from President Trump saying, just completed my 2-hour call with President Vladimir Putin of Russia. I believe it went very well. Russia and Ukraine will immediately start negotiations toward a ceasefire and, more importantly, an end to the war. This is a live look right here of the White House, as I did want to read the entire response from President Trump right here. He goes on to say the conditions for that will be negotiated between the two parties, as it can only be because they know details of a negotiation that nobody else would be aware of. The tone and spirit of the conversation were excellent. If it wasn't, I would say so now rather than later. Russia wants to do large-scale trade with the United States when this catastrophic, quote, bloodbath is over. And I agree, there is a tremendous opportunity for Russia to create massive amounts of jobs and wealth. Its potential is unlimited. Likewise, Ukraine can be a great beneficiary on trade in the process of rebuilding its country. Negotiations between Russia and Ukraine will begin immediately. I have so informed President Zelenskyy of Ukraine, Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, President Emmanuel Macron of France, Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni of Italy, Chancellor Friedrich Merz of Germany, and President Alexander Stubb of Finland during a call with me immediately after the call with President Putin. The Vatican, as represented by the Pope, has stated it would be very interested in hosting the negotiations. Let the process begin. So, breaking news as we are learning about the phone call that President Trump just finished with Russian President Vladimir Putin, 2 hours in length, according to his social media post posted by Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt, stating that President Trump thought that the phone call went very well and Russia and Ukraine will immediately start negotiations toward a ceasefire and also the end to the war. President Trump also connecting with a number of other world leaders to talk about these ongoing negotiations, and also indicating that the Vatican, represented by the Pope, has indicated it would be very interested in hosting the negotiations. Vice President J.D. Vance, along with Secretary of State Rubio, did attend Pope Leo XIV's inaugural Mass yesterday that we did share with you live. And the Vatican also sharing this right here. Pope Leo XIV meets with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance. The Holy See press office announced that Pope Leo XIV met with the Vice President of the United States of America, James David Vance, on Monday morning. Also going on to say that he met with the U.S. Second Lady Usha Vance and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. So those talks ongoing, and the Vatican indicating that they would be interested in hosting the negotiations between Russia and Ukraine.